Hey agents, Wrenegade here, and I am in Texas gearing up for an epic op that is going to take over most of the US and Canada. Will this awesome community of enlightened agents be able to pull this off?
Hey, we have a link coming in.
What? Let's find out.
So I got a master's degree in health psychology. For my thesis, I actually focused on gaming. Austin Enlightened community is really friendly. When I first started playing, I was concerned about meeting other players, and being a GPS game for a female could be kind of unnerving, and I found everybody to be just super awesome and close. We definitely have very different backgrounds.
I'm half Japanese, half Indian. I play roller derby.
I was born with a disability. It's called McCune-Albright syndrome. It basically means that I have weak bones.
8.
I was 12 when I started shooting archery. I represented Team USA at the 2004 Paralympic Games in Athens, where I set a world record. I competed again in 2008, where I brought home a bronze medal.
There are people of various cultural backgrounds, gaming backgrounds, play Ingress for all sorts of different reasons.
I feel like the Ingress community is kind and welcoming, but more than that, they're just really accepting. We push each other, we challenge each other.
But we're unified by the game, so I think that's awesome.
I'm going to Big Bend for Operation Solar Flare. We're all meeting at a location at a local bakery to have breakfast, and then all caravan out there. I make homemade bacon whiskey, and I left it in my house, and I'm trying to coordinate with agents that are still in Austin to go to my house and pick that up. I think about 8 or 9 hours, 10 hours to Big Bend from Austin. Let's do this.
So the drive to Big Bend National Park was incredible. I have never seen the landscape in the mountains of Texas, and it was gorgeous.
We are the team that is going to make the first fields out of Big Bend.
A little bit nervous, mostly excited.
So we have a team here in Big Bend, Texas, very bottom of the country, and there's a team in Newfoundland, Canada, and in Whitehorse, Canada. We're talking opposite ends of the continent. And then there's another team in Hawaii who's going to throw a huge field over the western end of the continent.
We're all set. We're just waiting until it's time to go. We'll Jarvis everything back to green, add the very link camp, and we're good to go.
When this field goes up, the resistance is going to freak out. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, how are you guys?
How are you doing?
Good. I'm Christina.
I remember when Jonathan first showed me this show called Ingress Obsessed, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then it was just really surreal to see Agent Wrenegade hop out of a car, and suddenly she's right here shaking hands, and we're welcoming her to Texas.
So when I first got to the campsite, we had a group meeting going over the details of the operation. Can you lay it out for me, like, detail by detail?
So we got John and Zane in Stephenville, Newfoundland.
Okay.
So the plan is for them to throw some layers from here and then us to throw some other links.
I mean, I know driving in the signal out here is pretty shoddy. So how are we going to do this tomorrow?
We're all going to be doing the Indian signal dance, jumping around and trying to get a signal somehow. There's 2 teams locally that are going to be at 2 different portals.
The post
There's
office
a
has Wi-Fi.
park headquarters with a post office that's here in the main ranger station, and
Visitor Center.
and the visitor center also has a ranger station, and we're going to be using the Wi-Fi at each of those locations.
So there's 7 portals in Whitehorse, there's 4 portals in Newfoundland, and there's 2 portals here.
Okay.
If all goes well and everything goes perfect, which it will, 14 layers over central United States for who knows how many.
Awesome.
Is it 2 over Hawaii?
Yeah, 2 over Hawaii.
There are multiple anomalies going on this weekend, the primary being in Minneapolis with multiple satellite cities all across the U.S. And Operation Solar Flare, as it is covering all of the U.S., will cover all of these anomaly sites.
Primary anomaly site and both secondary anomaly sites. So we win.
So this op is super complicated. There has never been a field this big pulled off in North America, and it's requiring a ton of coordination. They're also not just doing one field, they want to do 14 layers, so it's really important to send every link in a super particular order, and they're all remote locations, so signal is spotty, which means it's going to be a challenge for us to communicate with each other and also potentially a challenge to play the game. How far does a very rare link amp extend?
6,532 kilometers.
That's with 4, isn't it?
That's 4.
Oh,
That's 4.
Oh, sorry, I get excited.
So, okay, so we can...
I want 4!
A very rare link amp is a pretty new thing in the game of Ingress. They're super hard to come by, and what they do is they extend the distance that you can shoot a link. And if we don't have it, our links won't reach the final destination.
Would anyone like to do a practice run of this? With our pretend dead scanners? Like, seriously, just to know who's doing what when.
Well, we have,
like,
we pretty much have, master fielders on every angle.
Yeah.
Tried and true agents, so.
Fly by the seat of your pants.
Right.
I don't know, we have a lot of free time on our hands.
Most of us are veterans when it comes to mega fields. As far as practice goes, I don't think it's necessary.
I just want to make sure we all know what we're doing and that we each do our best.
Everything is bigger in Texas. Big state, big field, Big Bend, big rain.
I'm dropping a very rare link amp for Wrenegade.
So it was announced last night that I will be putting down a rare link amp and a very rare link amp. This is a huge responsibility because we only have 2 very rare link amps here and they both have to work. Oh my gosh, I have a very rare link amp. I really don't want to screw it up because I would be hated in all of Ingress, Texas. I'm gonna have you standing right next to me. Okay.
So I'm gonna drop 2 keys for that for you.
Okay. This key is in Whitehorse. It's 4,200 kilometers away. So we're shooting far.
We should divide ourselves up by location.
You're going to be at the post office. You, me.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Comanche. All right, so we're all good on what we're doing? We're set. Everybody's got keys? Yep. Let's do this.
All right, let's go, guys.
Right now we are sitting on our hands at Panther Gap, which is the main ranger station. Right. We're going to get the word when those links come in, and we already know the order that we're going to send them in. Right. So now it's just the waiting game.
We are on the way to the head of the Big Bend National Park Visitor Center in the very front of the park. It's called Comanche Trail.
We are all ready. We are just waiting for word from our operators that everything is ready to throw. We link down to Comanche Trail in Big Bend. That will signal to Big Bend that everything's ready to go.
Bought it? Yes, very rare link amp.
Yes.
Very rare link amp. Installed. Link range.
XM reserves 100%.
This is the point where I am just super nervous.
It's still raining. There was a huge thunderstorm last night, this morning. It's been a storm through the night. So there is the chance that everything might get knocked out again, so that's pretty unnerving.
It's a success as long as we safely get home.
I've got this list. Do you have the other one, Shaggy?
It's the status, the waiting game.
This is the suspense.
Put the rare on. We're applying the rare link amp to make sure that we have good solid data. Okay, so put the very rare.
Done.
Okay, so
Screenshot that.
Yeah, right? I just put on the very rare link amp.
Just right now, one of the rangers in there asked us to all shut off our Wi-Fi for the time being because they're having trouble getting some work done.
we have a major issue. They've been asked to get off the Wi-Fi at the post office. Not sure at this stage when, if we will be permitted back on standby.
The Wi-Fi that we were counting on at the ranger stations was down, and the rain has potential to make that even worse.
Because we're being told to get off our Wi-Fi, I'm gonna go grab my hotspot. So hopefully that will give us just an inch of data.
If we don't get service at the portals, we can't play Ingress, and this field won't happen.
Maybe we can still pull this off.
Next week on Ingress Obsessed.
We had a miscalculation. Big Bend needs 2 very rare link camps.
There's a blocker on the outside. We still have 4 sets of blockers on the inside that would block us.
I have to rearrange link order a little bit.
If our crew can't get these blockers down, all our effort will be for nothing.
Oh no.